What's going on, guys? We are back on World Flipper today to take a look at the brand new godly Regi EX difficulty that just dropped last night. Able to hop in and complete it, and I wanted to go over the weapons that are now available to exchange for in the boss exchange shop. I wanted to go over the team that I was using and how this whole event is going down. So we're going to hop on into it and take a look at those weapons. To get to those weapons, we're just going to go over to boss battles. We're going to scroll down on over to Regi, and we're going to go to that item exchange, and they have added some new weapons. Just as was with the Golem EX event, we now have wind specific new weapons that are going to power up our different wind comps and builds that we do. All right, guys, that first weapon is going to be Death's Axe. If we take a look at that, this is going to be every time one wind unit is added to the party, get that 2.5%. So the time Levitate is active up to that maximum of 15%. And then while Levitate is active, 30% to direct hit damage for wind units, plus 5% to thunder resistance for this unit. So this is following that theme that the godly EX weapons had, where they were adding those fire units to your team. Each fire unit gave you an increase to the damage or effect that was being applied. This is going to be the same, but for wind. So just really happy that they're kind of pushing these mono teams. The first one that they released was that godly golem, and you built up those fire weapons, and now we are using those fire weapons to now fight the Regi EX godly difficulty. So it's kind of nice to see this little train of build up and progression. I'm gonna go ahead and look at the next one here, is the Death's Tome. Every time one wind unit is in the party, we're going to have that 3.75% to skill damage for wind units up to that maximum of 22.5%. A skill activated by this unit for the first 3 times is going to get 5% to skill gauge for wind units. And then when combo reaches 100, the first 5 times, 5% to skill gauge for this unit. So this is going to be upping that skill damage and boosting the gauge. So you're going to get your ultis off more, and your skills are going to do more damage. We have the last weapon here as the Death Sword. Death Sword is every time a wind unit is in the party, you're going to get 5% attack for this unit to a maximum of 30%. Combo reaches 30, 1.5% to attack for this unit up to a maximum of 30%. When a skill is activated by wind units, 1.5% to attack for this unit up to that maximum of 15%. So this is going with that kind of golden keyword text of when your combo hits 30, Celti is on that same combo hits 30, she gets her bonuses. So this is going to go really nicely on that team. So having this on a Celti combo win team, you have Levitate running. If you have Fear on the team, you have Outlet, and you're just boosting up, and you've got the Death's Axe, you're getting that increase to the time that Levitate's active. You're going to be doing more damage. You're going to get more hit damage while you're doing Levitate. You're going to be directly hitting them more because you're up in the air longer. And then the Death Sword is going to be buffing up that attack damage and the skill time, and you're going to be reducing your ultis with the Death's Tome. So this is the start of the just the wind team improving. These weapons are fantastic, and I'm excited to grind these out and just get these on a Celti team and try these out in the future. All right, guys, I want to go ahead and show you the build that I was using to clear out that godly difficulty of Regi, and this is what I'm currently running. We've got the Hanabi and Vyron in the first column, the Kikuno and Bianca in the second column, and the Jin and Sha Suzu in the third. This team is very consistent. It works great. I have seen builds, and I've tried it out myself as well with New Year's Noel, and I didn't want to put her in this display because not a lot of people pulled on the New Year's banner, so they didn't have a chance to grab her. She is a limited unit. I wanted to kind of stay away from that for this first video on Regi EX. We do have all of the godly golem EX weapons here, so this team is running all 3, and we've got the gauntlet. It's at 3 out of 4. The spear is actually not awoken at all. It's just its base spear, and the staff is fully awoken. So you don't need each and every one of these weapons fully maxed out. You can get away with them not being completely done. And I have the soul here. We've got Prometheus Blade Core to get that multi-ball fire damage up even more, because Hanabi is going to be our main damage source for this team. And I want to show you guys how this team's actually running, show you guys a run, and we're going to hop on into that. So I'm going to hop on over to the boss. All right, guys, we've got the multiplayer lobby running here. I'm expecting player 2 to do the most damage because they do have that New Year's Noel and Marina build going. I still unfortunately do not have a Marina, but that build is probably going to do the most out of what we're running with here. But I wanted to show you guys that you guys don't need that New Year's Noel, and you kind of can just fluctuate that second slot with any unit that you have. That's why the Yukino is here, and the Eni also works great. This is such a faster run than the godly golem EX was. Those runs were, going from like 4 to 5 minutes with different teammates, and these runs have been so much quicker So it's been, you know, under 2 minutes. It's been like 1:50, close to that 2-minute mark. And I think if I run the build with New Year's Noel and I kind of shift things around, and it would probably cut that time down even farther, maybe to 1.5 minutes and under. So this is going to be a much quicker boss and weapon build up to farm than the Golem EX was. So nice to see that. It's not going to be this crazy long time trial. You guys see here, just you have 3 people running multi-ball teams. This is crazy because there's just so much going on the screen. You've got everybody ulting, dropping out their little bombs, and even though your teammates are kind of hidden on the screen, you can still see that there's just so many things flying around. And this team, as you guys can see, this team is staying healthy. We are not getting one shot. We're not dying here. It's staying alive. The Jin is keeping us healthy. Sha Suzu's filling up Hanabi, allowing her to go a little more. And this is how these runs have been for me. It's been so just relaxing, consistent. It gets it done quickly, and when you go in with teammates that also have similar comps, they have those correct builds, it makes this such a quick and nice little EX difficulty to farm and run. So I want to see the time here. I'm expecting player 2 to do that. Yep, player 2 did do the most damage like I thought. So when you have Marina in that second column, it leads to such crazy damage for this. And yeah, 1:42, it was a quicker time than I had done before. So if you guys are able to put together a similar comp to that and then go in here, you guys are going to be able to clear this no problem. You guys can run that any. So if I hop on back over to the team, you guys can totally clear it with a comp like this. You guys do not need New Year's Noel to clear Regi EX. The godly difficulty is totally doable with a team like this. I'm going to be taking a look at different teams, different comps to approach this, trying to move things around, see if I can do some fun, wonky stuff with this and get a team together that can take it down. Appreciate you guys stopping by and watching the video. If you guys are trying to take on Regi EX, let me know how that's going down in the comments below. If you're new here and looking forward to more World Flipper content and just gotcha content all around, hit that sub button. And remember guys, if you hit that thumbs up, it'll help bring my rates up. Peace guys.